Yes, y'all. Forget what you heard. The real talk is back in the building. What up, YouTubers? This is your boy M. Carter, back with another segment. And today I would like to talk about my favorite player in college basketball, Lonzo Ball out of UCLA. And I would like to declare right here and right now that the team that gets the number one overall pick in this year's NBA draft, if they do not select Lonzo Ball over Markelle Fultz, it will be the gravest disaster and mistake since when Portland selected Greg Oden over Kevin Durant. Oh, you don't believe me? Well, let's talk about it then. Lonzo Ball, first of all, comes from a basketball family. His father, LeVar Ball, played college basketball before he went on to play pro football. His mother, Tina, played college basketball. Both were really good players. Dad has 3 sons. Been working with all of them since they were 2 years old, learning how to play the game of basketball. And I'm not just talking about your typical dribbling, shooting. Father worked on fundamentals. Mom worked on fundamentals. The overall complete package of learning the nuances of the game of basketball. And if I was to ever describe a complete player by looking at this man's performance on the basketball court since Little League, leading on into high school, into college, you see nothing but absolute production from Mr. Lonzo Ball. You see absolutely everything that you want in an NBA player at a young age. Let's talk about it. As a junior in high school, Lonzo Ball averaged 25 points a game, 11 rebounds a game, 9.1 assists a game, 5 blocks a game, and 5 steals a game. As a senior, he averaged 23.9 points a game, 11.3 rebounds a game, and 11.7 assists a game. As a senior, he led his team to an undefeated record and to the state championship as a senior. Now look at these stats. 23.9 points a game, 11.3 rebounds a game, 11.7 assists a game. He averaged a triple-double as a senior. So what am I telling you? That this man is the complete player. He's not a selfish player. He's not an inactive player. He's not a one-dimensional player. He's putting in the work. He's grabbing rebounds. He's dishing the ball to his players. He's cutting off lanes and making steals. He's making smart basketball players as a high school player. Why? Because his mother and father taught him the fundamentals. He doesn't come from a troubled background. This kid was raised up right. He has a good head on his shoulders. He was taught respect and values growing up. And I'm not saying that the other players weren't, but you can see that this young man is rooted. And not only on top of being rooted, you see nothing but absolute production. He was built at a young age into an incredible, all-around, complete player. His dad coached him all the way up until college. This young man is a complete package. Lonzo Ball in 2016 was the Naismith Player of the Year. In his very first college basketball game for UCLA, he scored 19 points, 11 assists, and 8 rebounds. He came into college already showing out because he is built for the big stage. He went on into the Wooden Legacy Tournament. He won the MVP, led his team to the championship over Texas A&M. And then when Lonzo Ball finally went up against his counterpart, Markelle Fultz, though Markelle did score 25 points, Lonzo Ball scored 22 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists, and UCLA blew out Washington 107-66. So maybe you're still not convinced. You're saying, okay, Carter, I hear what you're saying, but stats are not everything. All right, let's talk about the way the NBA is shifting today, how it's a more guard-centric league. And though Markelle is a guard, but we're talking about a league where the guard is now quick, has range, great shooter, wing player, one who can spread the floor. So that's what we're talking about here with Ball. Now, Markelle is more of an ISO player. He's more of a back to the basket, back you down, fade away, dunker, explosive to the rim, but he does not space the floor. And so when we're talking about quick teams that can move up and down the floor and score points quickly, this is the type of league we're moving to right now. And this is the perfect league built for Lonzo Ball. Now, some of those that evaluate talent, that break down and critique college players coming into the draft, they'll have you to believe that his shooting motion is concerning. That may be the reason why he falls out of number 1 and maybe down to 2, 3, or 4. That his size, he's kind of small. He doesn't have a lot of meat size to him. Okay. Weren't these the same things they said about Kevin Durant? Weren't these the same things that they said about Stephen Curry? Do you remember the draft when Stephen Curry was selected number 7 overall? Who went before Stephen Curry? The safe pick. Blake Griffin was number 1. Hassim Tibet, number 2. James Harden, number 3. Tyreke Evans, number 4. Ricky Rubio, number 5. Johnny Flynn, selected all before Steph Curry. And out of all those guys, who's a 2-time MVP? Who's an NBA champion? Who's still considered as one of the best players in the league? Who's the greatest shooter of all time? Huh? Who spaces the floor? Who's the most assassin of all those players? Oh, you can compare James Harden. Huh? Out of all those players, the only one that's still making elite level noise is James Harden. It was once Blake Griffin, who was selected number 1. But we can all see he has nothing on Steph Curry or James Harden. So, NBA teams, general manager, you can go with the safe pick. You can select Markelle Fultz. But you possibly can be selecting a Greg Oden over Kevin Durant. So you have to go with the production. You can't assess ahead of time. You can't look at what the probability is with a man and ignore the accomplishments already achieved on the floor. The man averaged a triple-double his senior year. He's already come into college averaging in double figures. Okay? This man has been built since a young age. He spreads the floor. Look at him on the basketball court. This man is intercepting passing lanes. He's distributing the ball to all his teammates in UCLA and making them better. He's putting back shots. He's not afraid to get in the paint and bang, to put up shots, to get rebounds. He's a point guard. He'll even play the 3. He'll play 1, 2, or 3 in your lineup. He will spread the floor. He has unbelievable range when it comes to shooting. He's quick. He can dunk. He can get up and get alley-oops. He's a smart basketball player. And he was brought up right, so you ain't got to worry about off-the-court stuff. This kid, all he knows, all he loves is basketball. He's an unselfish player that is built for today's NBA. The accomplishments, he's a Naismith Prep Player of the Year, LA Times Player of the Year. Come on, man. USA Today Player of the Year, Mr. Basketball 2016, McDonald's All-American. He is the best player in the country and will change your franchise. He is a franchise player that will only get better. Why? Because he is dedicated to basketball. And when he won't get overwhelmed by the fame and the recognition and being a star. He was built already to handle that. He has a good head on his shoulders. If you pass up on this, I dare to say you will regret not selecting Lonzo Ball as number 1 in the NBA draft. This kid is a franchise player that will spread the floor, that is a smart player, that will work both sides of the ball. He gets steals, assists, points, rebounds, putbacks. He's playing both sides of the ball. We're not talking about just points. We're talking about the complete player. You can go ahead and you can do the safe pick. You can go and follow all the analysts that tell you, oh, this guy is the safe pick. This guy has size. This guy does this. And ignore. Go ahead and believe what your lying eyes are telling you. Or believe what you're hearing. Or you can open up your eyes and see the truth and see the production already laid out before you. See, I never understood this about people. How you can listen to the what ifs and the possibilities and ignore the reality. The man is a complete player and he should be selected number 1. And whoever passes him up will regret it, will rue the day that you select Markelle Fultz over Lonzo Ball. So Phoenix, if it's you, and you're running the West Coast system, you need this man on your team. This is your boy M. Carter. Oh yeah, I'm co-signing Lonzo Ball. I'm co-signing all them brothers, all them Ball brothers, because all them boys can play. But this kid right here, this kid is a leader. Okay, he's the older brother. This kid is a baller. This kid is a leader. This kid is a player. So out of all three, I think this kid is actually going to be the best long term in the NBA because this kid was born and bred to be a leader. He's been coaching and helping his dad with his younger brothers since a young age. He's been a leader, the team captain, the man since he was little. He's ready to step into your franchise and lead it. Because can everybody lead? Okay? Can everybody lead? So you got to understand that the teams that are going to get the lottery picks are going to come in and they're going to draft a kid, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4 overall. And that kid is going to go to your team and he's going to automatically be the best player. He's going to automatically be the leader. He's going to be automatically the man that they're going to look to. Automatically the man that all the TV and the media and everybody in your town, in your city, in your state is going to look to. He has to have a good head on his shoulders. He has to make the other players better. He has to grow. So a guy may be bigger, a guy may be talented, but is he able to handle that responsibility? Is he able to lead men? Is he able to make the guys around him better? Because he's not going to be on a good team. But you put Lonzo Ball on your team? Oh, I guarantee you, he's everything that his daddy said he was and probably more. See, a lot of people, his dad shouldn't have said. His dad just telling the truth. He just telling the truth about his son. Because he raised him. He saw him grow throughout the years. He knows what type of young man he's raised. He knows what type of basketball player, how this man came through clutch time after clutch time. He knows. He ain't got to lie about his son. He put in the work. And I believe he's going to prove his daddy right. So mess around and don't draft him if you want to. Listen to all these lying individuals trying to tell you that you need to be concerned about this, you need to be concerned about that. And watch him be great. And watch you rue the day that you believe what your lying eyes and your lying ears was telling you. And then you didn't look at reality. that you didn't look at the production of Lonzo Ball on this basketball court since a young man. You're not looking at what he's doing in college. You believe what your line is and your line eyes are telling you, and not open up and look at reality and see what happens to you. This is your boy M. Carter. Peace.